What's up, my boy? George Perez right here at George Perez Stories, episode 160. This podcast is brought to you by GB Extracts. That's right, people. If you were looking for a feed behind, hit up my boys at GB Extracts. It's also brought to you our new sponsor, the delivering service of @KillerCarl24. Follow this dude on Instagram and you'll get all of your stuff. It's legally delivered. At capital KILLA _ KARL24. That's at killer _ Carl24. SideDick and what's tricking?
It's time to suck today's dick. 160, dog. What's up?
Chilling, my boy. Monday we did a podcast and our video was fucked up, so it didn't get out. Sorry, guys, but we're working on it today. You know, Best Buy is not open, so I can't be too mad at X because the Geek Squad is not open. Best Buy, and I don't know if he's messaging fools on OfferUp or whatever.
I don't know, but I'm frustrated as fuck. Eddie's been talking shit this whole time.
He's allowed to right now. That's why you're mad.
I know. I haven't talked back to him. I let him talk shit. I fucked up the first one. I fucked up the second one.
It's that fucking jersey you got on.
It might be the jersey, the Spice House shit. Do you know what this is?
Atlas,
yeah.
We're gonna do a Patreon where I kick your ass.
Yeah. Nah, like
they'd pay for that shit. I bet you do.
Hey, look, you're wearing an Atlas, but at last the camera still don't work.
At last, you have your citizenship.
Special guest in the building, everybody. This is it's a cool friend.
She's dope.
You meet people like in a little short span, and the business I'm in, some open up, some don't. You know, we didn't open up, but we did. Cool as fuck. Artist, dancer, entrepreneur. Give it up for my girl, Tiffany, in the building.
Hello.
What's up, mamas?
Hi.
How you doing?
She's
I'm
Tiffany.
good.
But after hanging out with us, she's going to be Tiffany.
Nah, I don't know. Like, when she told me her name was Tiffany, all I thought it was that blue box that says Tiffany and Company.
Or breakfast at Tiffany's.
Six
Audrey
fancy.
Hepburn.
Oh.
That classy bitch.
Yes,
Right.
you,
You know?
are. Classy
Yeah.
and a little bit of trashy.
Just a wee bit.
Yeah.
Just a little trailer park.
Does every girl
Just
have a
a
little
little.
trashy in her?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, my dad told me that once. He was like, hey, just so you know,
You gotta just search.
every chick is a freak to the guy she wants to be a
Yes.
freak to.
Oh, yeah.
And,
You just gotta search for it.
but the trip is, as a guy, I'm like a freak to every chick I meet.
Yeah. It's crazy because, like, the chicks that I meet and I bone, they end up becoming whores after.
All right.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
No, like, I don't know. Like, yeah. Everybody's a whore, though.
I'm a whore.
Yeah, we're all whores. X is not a whore, though.
We all have that secret slut, you know? Like, I mean, I remember in high school, this chick, she didn't even know me, and it was like this new high school, and she was like, I can tell. She looked behind me. It was like a week after class started. I didn't know anyone. It was like this brand new school, and I was a sophomore, and she's like, I can tell you're a secret slut. And I'm like, what? But, I mean, I only, like, okay. So, okay, I'm going to ask you first. Let's just get this out here. I'm going to ask you first.
Go ahead, ask me.
SideDick Edie, right?
That would be my sister. She'd be side pussy Edie.
Okay, listen, mira. Okay, I want to know what age you lost your virginity.
I lost it my summer of my freshman year because I was finger bang champ, and I used to always get my dick sucked. But no one taught me how to wear a condom, so I didn't want to bone like
Right.
8th grade or 9th grade. And the summer of 9th grade, I lived in this ghetto ass apartment complex called the Pinks, and nothing but hood rats stayed there, and it was huge.
Pinks.
So I was dating one chick from building E, and I was dating another chick from building F. So the chick from building F ended up taking my virginity. And what scared me was she was a virgin too, but she was just dirty. She would jack everybody off by the pool. So she wanted to bone me. So I boned her, and I remember wearing these Champion shorts, dog, and I popped her cherry. And there was just blood all everywhere, all over my shorts. I was scared.
Champion cherries.
How old were you?
I was, I think, 15. So I was worried.
That's like the normal age,
yeah,
right?
I was so worried that my mom was going to find those bloody shorts, dog, that I waited till like 3, 4 in the morning till everybody was asleep in the house. I did your trick. I put them in a bag, tied a knot. I went to the dumpster like it was a murder weapon. I just threw it in there. I was that scared. But after that,
yeah,
I remember like someone was like, "Do you remember the first time getting pussy?" I go, "Barely," but I remember when I got pussy. That's all I ever wanted to do after getting pussy.
It's like a game.
Yeah.
Why did you ask how old he was when he got? Did
I don't
you
know. I guess I
experience
wanted
it young?
Yeah,
12?
I did.
You had a doctor uncle?
Why did you say 12?
Well,
like you know exactly. Like you weren't a teenager yet.
I knew
Maybe
people that
you
were
did.
fucking at 12.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Damn, okay, so I don't feel as bad.
In 6th grade,
you know what? This is honestly, this is like fucking therapy because I've never told anybody this. But
tell me,
George, it was like 14, and that's really young. That's only 2
No,
years.
it's not.
That's only 2.
That's high school. You're high school.
Because all my friends lost their virginity at like 16, 17, and I was like, but I only did it one time. I did it one time with this guy, Victor.
Was he a senior?
His name was Victor. I'm not going to say his last name. I almost did. Good. I almost did, but I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, how old was Victor? He was older, huh? He was.
You already know.
He got a wounded bird.
You already know. And it like I remember doing it, and it like tears. Just like the more like penetration, the more tears came.
Was it because it hurt, or because you were?
Yeah, it hurt. It was the most painful thing I've ever experienced.
Just the first time, right?
Yeah, the first time. Most painful experience I've ever felt.
Damn.
Me too. I had foreskin.
You have foreskin?
Yeah, so it was painful the first time, dog. Because I did it.
I appreciate that.
I stuck it in without rolling it back the first time.
Just so roll it back when you wash it all the time.
I mean, I did that.
Of course, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Eddie might have dirt dick. He might have like you know that Vietnamese or the Asian drink where the boba. Like girls get your hair, they get the little fucking
you know when
dirt balls.
You know when you make ramen, that powder and thing.
Yeah,
I got that on my dick.
I'm not circumcised, and like I lost my virginity, like legitly where I got to finish.
I know who you lost your virginity to. I'm not saying nothing.
Yeah. You know her too, maybe, but and it was weird because like. I was trying to go so hard that I ripped my skin, fool.
See, that's happened to me.
Yeah, I ripped my skin.
Turns out I didn't pop
it hurt too.
What do you mean?
You
ripped your skin. Okay,
describe
it, please.
So look,
it'll turn me on. I swear.
You see this right here?
Yeah.
That's your dick. All right.
Yeah.
And then that's the top of your dick before you pull the skin back. So you pull it back into a fatter place because your dick head is not as big as the rest of your dick. So now and then in the front right here, there's like a little jumper cable. there's this veiny shit that if a girl licks,
so it's more sensitive.
Oh my god! And then like this part ripped,
it's covered all day.
So the part that holds my skin to like my dick hole ripped.
Oh.
And. Oh. I didn't want to stop because like I was like she was loving it.
They had to stop the fight like a boxing match. Dog.
No, dog. It was like remember Rocky threw the towel in.
Throw the goddamn towel.
You powered through that shit. You were like,
had to.
Pain. Yeah, I like pain.
You know what's weird is like,
dude, the first time I boned, this chick wouldn't let me bone unless I used 2 condoms. I fucking put both of them on. She's like, you can't do it unless you use both of them. You got to be extra safe.
Was she Mormon?
Huh? No, she was just regular. A regular paisa chick that her mom told her, like, this can't happen. You can't get pregnant. And I was like, dude, I've been dating you for a year. Either we break up or this shit got to happen. She's like, you have to wear 2 condoms. Dude, I fucking put them on.
So you had, like, straight double
that shit
wrapper
was fucking,
virgin?
yeah, it was all.
Yeah,
Did
no,
it
was
even
weird.
Feel good? Like,
I just wanted to get it in. At that point, I was just...
It does feel good, but it's weird.
You still feel it, but it's not the same. I remember I boned some chick one time and I rolled my dick back and she didn't know I was uncircumcised. She thought I had a cock ring on.
She's like, oh, fuck yeah.
The weird part with me The weird part with me is she was a virgin and so was I, and she bled and I bled too because I ripped the skin.
Oh, that's fucking romantic.
Hey, so, why is that romantic that we bled together?
Well, you're experiencing something together. You're bleeding together. Like Angelina Jolie and Billy Bob. Like they wore vials of blood, each other's fucking blood. Yeah. Like that's like vampirely romantic dark side romance shit.
But it was kind of
what I mean? Like that's sexy.
It's embarrassing kind of too.
No. You're only making it embarrassing. Like it's
okay. So you're like a little gypsy on the down low, huh?
Hey, George, did she know you bled? Or
No,
you just kind of blamed it on her?
Yeah. No, I had a condom on. Like, I remember looking at the condom going, I bleeded when I nut.
That would make me come more. Like, I would be like, I'm fucking bleeding and coming at the same time. Like, wow. This is astronomical. Like, this is the experience I'll never fucking get.
Right now, if you're driving, do not crash. This shit is crazy, huh? They're like, what the fuck? Blood and nut? That's like blood and crip together.
Last time I fucked a girl on her period, dog, I was finger banging her and then I put a cross on my head.
Yeah. Was her name Ashley? Was it Ash Wednesday? Period sex is like, look, if you're new to this shit and you're like, oh, I want to have sex with my girl on her period, you are fucking up. That is when she is the most fucking horny to me.
That shit makes my immune system stronger.
Yeah? The period blood is supposed to attract the pheromones inside the blood. Is supposed to attract your senses. It's supposed to stimulate.
What does that mean?
It's supposed to stimulate your
dick's harder.
What's your pheromone? It's the girl's pheromones. That's why when girls leave,
I love nature.
I'm a manager.
I don't know. I'm getting turned on right now.
I'm a manager at a strip club, and
like
sometimes
the nature side.
Girls will tell me, "Hey, I'm on my period. I gotta go." I'm like, "Dude, you will make $300 to $500 if you stay, because these guys will smell that and they're gonna want to dance for me back."
I don't know, not me, dog. Like if
I've been told that so many times, and I've made.
Yeah. But see, you're pretty. You have to be pretty. You can't be an ugly chick on your period.
The pheromones are releasing.
Doesn't matter if you're ugly, dog.
You know what? That's true.
Ugly moons are blocking. Right?
Yeah. Because you relate it. You relate the smell to like, okay, the smell isn't like the scent of the pheromone.
See, but
isn't the most? It's not okay. I'm going to relate this.
Smells blood in the water.
Go ahead.
Let's relate this to red wine and white wine. You know, I'm not saying everybody likes red wine and white wine, but
would that be weird?
But
hey, since we're comparing it to wine, what if I went down on you on your period and I went like, oh shit, this was made in Garden Grove.
You tasted it before you smelled it.
You know, I mean that could be a possibility, but I'm saying like red wine to white wine. You know, some people like a certain scent. Yeah. Some men like a certain scent, and you know, when a female lets off those pheromones naturally, they're either gonna like that scent or they're really gonna be like turned off.
There's a lot of people that like it.
There is, but
there's a lot of people that don't.
I do, and I don't like it.
I don't. But
no, I mean, I like it with like
exactly. You're in that you're in that minority.
Okay, look,
that don't.
If I want to fuck and you're on your period, it's not stopping me.
No.
But if I don't want to fuck and you want the favor, you have to fucking.
Personally, when I'm on my period, it's so much more sensitive, and I feel like.
Well, it's because you had something in you the whole time. What do you have?
Well, it's just more sensitive. It's like I don't know. Maybe it's the idea that like I don't really want something in there, but something's being shoved in there anyways. So I'm like, maybe I like this. Yeah, this isn't supposed to happen, but I like it. But that's my own personal feeling. So
you know what trips me out is what if guys got their periods? Like, what if the roles were reversed?
I always think about that.
Like, to me, it would be some crazy fucking shit. Because it's like, I imagine you coming over and I'm in a different mood. You're like, what's wrong? I'm like, I I already fucked up 3 of my Raider boxers. I'm fucking moody all day, man.
Or you're like comparing each other's like pads. You're like, dude, look how much I fucking bled. Well, no, look how much I bled.
It'd be weird. It'd be like, my fucking balls are bleeding, Tiff.
I feel like that would be the case. Like,
but you know what would be the reverse of that? If we get our periods, that means you nut on us or in us.
I would nut. I would have a fetish with the nutting on a man's face.
Yeah?
I would be that person that nutted just on their face, just probably like in
what
their
the fuck,
eyeballs
those are my eyebrows.
In their eyeballs to where they were like, ow! Ah, and it stung. I don't know. I would really get off.
I'd be like, how many fucking pickle shots do you have? This shit's burning.
Fucking nut tastes like pickleback.
Yeah, or like just somewhere like really weird, like in their ear, or just really weird. Like, I'm gonna nut in your. Like, do you guys do that?
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Like
you have fantasies about nutting in an ear?
If I know a girl that I'm boning has to go home to her man, I'm nutting in her hair. That's going to be a hard thing to explain.
Mean, that's healthy.
Well, me, I'm different.
I'm
more like, I like to like nut like on elbows, ankles, anywhere, belly button. Like
honestly,
if I nut
that's
in your belly button,
yeah,
and then I hit your stomach and it pops out. That's like dope. Hey, what's up, fool? You want to see a pimple pop?
That's like a trick.
Yeah,
that's like I would be impressed if I had that happen to me personally. I'm just saying.
I boned this chick at this house party once, dog, and I knew her brother. Her brother was like a lame talking shit, and I boned in her brother's room. And when I was about to nut, she's like, "Come on my face," and I'm like, "No, I got somewhere better. I'm a nut." Yeah. I pull out and I look for this fool's shoes, and I put my dick near the fucking shoe port, and I nut all inside his shoe.
Your dick smell like athlete's foot.
That's like some cat shit. Like,
you know what
I mean? Like cats leave like little birds and shit inside the shoes. You're like, I'm gonna leave you a cat.
My cats do that all the time.
What do they leave you?
They leave me everything: a lizard, roaches, birds, mice, but not in my shoes. They like leave it in my mop bucket. Or
imagine if a cat left you.
My cat DM me. Like, look, I caught a fucking mouse.
Imagine if a cat left you.
But cats are very territorial, dog.
I don't know. Like, my cats are different.
I boned a chick with the cat, and the cat was older. And I remember we did shrooms, so coming in her pad, we're doing the whole movie scene, taking clothes off, throwing them shit. I had a fucking white tee. I threw it on the table. I'm boning this bitch all night. The next morning I wake up, this fucking cat pissed all over my white tee.
Damn, put your Jordans in the glitter box?
Dog. She was mad I was boning her owner.
That's crazy. But speaking of nutting on faces, you had that fetish to nut on a guy's face? You know, every time I've nutted on a girl's face, I've felt weird and bad about it afterwards. Is that weird? Because it's like, I didn't know I had that much yogurt. Like, when you nut on the face, it's different. Like, as a guy, like usually when I nut, it shoots. Or like, it comes down the side. But this,
if coming from a person who likes that,
you like nut on your face?
Wait, whoa. Let's back up here. Wait.
She's like, this isn't hair gel.
Whoa. Maybe once in a while, I do like a nut in a face.
You don't just walk up to people and say,
nut in my face. Once in a while, like I do like a nut in the face.
Okay, this is a question I want to ask.
Yeah.
This is what's weird.
I'm not going to lie.
Okay. Let's just say I nutted on your face. We're together. Or we're not. But we fucked and I nutted on your face. Because you told me to.
Yeah.
If you don't have your tongue out.
I can see that.
And you're not looking at me. I'm not into it. I don't like when I nut on a girl's face and they're taking it like, when you get a little kid medicine, they're all.
Listen, I think it depends who. I really think it depends on who, because I think there's an appropriate time and place to nut in somebody's face. That rhymed.
When a girl smiles,
but
no, let me finish. Go
ahead. You finish. I'll go after you. Go ahead.
Yeah, when a girl smiles, you definitely want to nut in her face.
When a girl's sister smiles like it's senior pictures day, that's the best, dog.
Wow, this shit was pretty nutty.
The best senior picture that I saw with you know how seniors had the little captions?
Yeah.
The best one I saw was my friend. He did it. I think his name was like Troy or Troy something. And he was like, I didn't let it out for air. That was his comment.
Was that a fart
I
or
thought
not?
that was fun. No, like the penis. I didn't let it out for air.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, why would they let...
They didn't know. It's kind of like
Why
license
would
plates.
they let him put that?
There's so many kids.
But it was
taking
so
pictures.
good. But it was so good
Mine
that
said
they didn't catch it.
Mine
you
said,
know?
I'm sorry I hit your lady up.
What was it?
I'm sorry I hit up your lady.
Yeah.
That was my
Mine was future baby daddy.
Copy that one though.
Dum-dum, 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 dum-dum,
Oh.
dum-dum, 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 dum-dum.
Misfit. I'm quick with it. What you wanna? I fit with it. I'm the shit with it. I'm a bounce. Then I want you to win out. What you know, bro? I ain't a motherfucking hoe, so don't message me on the motherfucking Facebook ID. I ain't seeing you. You ain't seeing me. You don't know about my real life, motherfucking. I'm yo, go to my boy. He likes to flow. And I'm just here because I'm a little bit tipsy.
I coke every day like a Wolverine. I heal up, then I bust a nut on your girl's nut. And you know how I'm doing when I pull up in the truck. I don't give a fuck. Matter of fact, I voted for Trump. Take the Mexicans out. I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to get high as fuck till I get a nut. Doing bump after bump, yes, that's what's up. Doing cocaine cause I'm so fucking nice. I never OD. I die like Kobe in the plane crash, bitch. You gonna owe me. I got insurance. Fuck that shit. Call it congruent. Know how I'm doing when I'm coming real insurance.
Yo, I did a bump on hump day. Oh shit, it was Sunday. I do bumps like camels got humps. And I likes the funks. I'm fucked up because X can't get the cameras to flex. Yo, we back. Hey, we back. Episode 160 right here. It's going down. We had Jason Rouse in the house. Tiffany's in the building. How are you feeling? What's your experience with George
I feel like
Perez
my
story?
rap was the best.
It was.
Oh, it was. You were.
I feel like I freestyled to the top, and you know, none of you could bring it like I could, but it's okay.
You were like Eminem.
shit.
I'm just kidding. I'm just really confident because it's my birthday, and I feel like I was like, you know, just around the sun right now, another year, so I'm feeling confident.
All right. I'd be like, I know your hair is
All the
thick,
time.
but I can still brush it. No? All right. Oh, fuck. We're fucked up, but it's all good. How has this quarantine been for you?
So, this quarantine, I can't answer that because I've been quarantined.
You just been following the rules?
No. But before the quarantine, I've been quarantined. Like I just kind of keep to myself and stay inside. So I'm kind of used to it.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's just been like, you know, it's been a trip to me because I've always been that fool that like doesn't listen to government and shit like that. But on this one, I didn't listen, but I was kind of like, I'm gonna give it a chance. And now I turn the TVs on. I see people protesting like, fuck this. We're going outside.
Honestly, people just want to argue about shit.
Okay.
I feel like that's really what's happening. People just want to fucking argue. Like, everybody has an ego. Everybody wants to prove a point. But it's like, you know, like with this quarantine shit, it's like you don't know the facts. The government's fucking with us.
Oh, shit.
And I'm just going to say it. The government is fucking with us, and we don't know the true facts, but the facts that we do know are that we don't have a cure for this shit, and that it's going to affect, and a lot of people are dying, a lot of, regardless. I mean, I know a lot of people die from the flu, but the fact that we don't have a cure for this one is just something to look at. I mean, I'm not saying go out, what you're doing is like wrong or right, but it's just, why risk it?
Yeah. You know what fucks me up is like, if I was a pharmaceutical company, I would jump on this. Like NyQuil, Tylenol, none of those motherfuckers, like if they had the cure for this, they could just jump on it and give it up. Fuck it. Everybody is fucked up right now, everybody.
For me, I think my childhood prepared me for this.
Your dad beating your mom
The
up?
Four Locos.
No, it wasn't even that. It was
Before
when my
Locos.
mom and dad separated. My dad would, how
He hit her with Coronas?
No, but you know how they say we're opening back up April 15th? Like my dad would be like, I'll be there this Friday, and he wouldn't come get me.
Wow.
So when people were like, no, we're
I don't
opening up
know.
May 1st, I'm like, dog, your
Yeah.
dad must have picked you up because you've never been let down.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you guys hear about that party in Chicago?
Party? No.
1,000 people hung out in this house and had a party, and it was a fucking
awkward.
shit show.
This is
it was on
awkward.
TMZ. 1,000 people just partying, kind of like this. Just imagine 1,000 people hanging out in Chicago and didn't get raided, nothing. They just kind of let it happen. It was all over Instagram.
I mean, what can you do, dog? This is America. If it was another country, they shoot your ass for that shit. And right now, motherfuckers are saying, like, we're not free. Look, dog, we're on lockdown and you're outside. So, congrats.
It's interesting, though, to see how the other countries are dealing with this. That's, like, something to look at if you are an American, to see how, like, the other places are dealing with this whole thing and how United States is dealing with this. I think people should look at that and stop trying to fucking argue, dude. Like, that's all people want to do these days is argue. It makes me uncomfortable
I like how
to
you
talk
did that.
about
Like,
it.
people just want to...
Like, fuck.
I still
Let your hair down, smoke. It's interesting. I'm sorry. But it's interesting because it's like, I remember when I would sit there and I would think, like, when weed wasn't legalized, fuck, man, I wonder how fucking rad people would be, how laid back people would be, the country would be if weed was legalized. And it's like, this happened. And you know
But
what?
weed is legal now.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what's fucked up is
weed is legalized, but it's become this like monopoly of something else that like wasn't even its purpose.
What's fucked up?
Like that's some hippie shit y'all need to marinate on. You know what I mean?
Marinating, penetrating on all of it. At the end of the day, man, we're Americans.
No, I hear you.
And you do what the fuck you want to do, but just know the consequence. You know what I mean? Like, I talk shit like the COVID ain't real, but I won't go to the beach. You know what the fucked up part is? How are strip clubs going to bounce back from this? Because if they're not going to let basketball and football go, stripping is a contact sport too.
Right. I already thought of ideas too. If I feel like, I used to dance,
Yes.
but I worked myself up to not dancing. That's the goal.
You were smart. You saved your money.
Right. You save some of your money, but shit happens, and sometimes you don't have that money that you used, and like my thing was, relying on that like income, and that was great income, but it all changed. It all like independent. I mean, I don't know. This is boring shit.
No, it's
like
not.
Independent contractor, like fucking boring ass shit. But it's some real shit, and it's fucked up. Well, it's fucked up because it's like, I built myself up behind dancing, and then it's like, I got this spa and everything, like after I worked myself, I got my clientele, and then I got the spa, signed the lease March 7th. great week, 2 weeks. It was awesome.
boom.
And then all of a sudden, COVID. And it's like,
Showed up like herpes.
Yeah, like herpes.
Stop.
And it's like, I don't want herpes. I don't want, it's like, I'm like literally like in and out of people's pores.
I knew a chick that was trying to get out of the game, and she was like, I don't want to get out of the game because these customers give me money all the time. Dog, you know what she did?
Yeah.
She bought a fucking pizza parlor. And her customers were coming there, fool.
Damn.
Coming there, ordering a pizza and breaking her off.
That's how you do it.
That's
you got to get that support. And, you have that support. But this is like some weird times to where it's like people don't know how to act. Like people don't know how, like, even I was at the store the other day to where I was at Target and there was 2 people. I was with my son and we were looking in the aisle and this guy just stopped and he was like just robotic. Like he didn't have speech.
Like the guy from Grandmama's Boy? Yeah.
I fucking love that movie. Yes, JP. Yeah, like
Do
he
you
was
know
like
where the
fucking
tomatoes
JP to
aren't?
the T. And like he was just like he had no speech, and I'm like, yo, I don't know why and my mom was with me, so I get kind of brave when my mom's with me, so I kind of talk shit, and I'm like, I don't know why people are acting all weird and shit, and like, why can't you use your fucking voice? But it was so passive aggressive, but still, it was just like, why can't you just say, excuse me, like you know what
Different
like
times.
these times are just weird to where people are either together or they're very separated, and I think that people need to fucking recognize that, but also just take note of that and just be aware. You know what I mean?
I agree
like,
with you. I agree with you with
Yeah.
that shit. Well, I want to say thank you so much for coming down and doing the podcast. It's weird. Like, we barely scratched the surface. I'm going to bring you back very soon. I'd love to hear more. I want to hear about the spa. I want to hear about more COVID shit. I want to hear about you having sex at 15 because it's at 14, like the next years that happened.
It was 14.
That's not bad.
It wasn't 15. It was 14.
Was
Yeah.
it your birth year of going to 15, though?
No. No, it was solid 14. Yeah.
That's what's up.
There was a lot of green grass around.
You got boned on the grass on the field?
No, not on the field, but it was really romantic. He tried to make it romantic. It was super cute. It was
What?
like,
You'd have been Capri Sun?
it was like so in our complex we had like a bunch of like we had these little fields, like these tiny little scenery areas, and there was one that had like little roses. I mean, there wasn't petals, but
They were there.
Yeah.
it was known as a rose bush. So that's what mattered. And it was memorable because it hurt a lot. It hurt.
The Filipino came at you. You're like,
And you know what? I remember the underwear I was wearing. I was wearing
strawberry shortcake?
I was wearing some Tommy Hilfiger under a thong that I stole from my mom. I know that's dirty as fuck, but it's like, which little bitch doesn't steal from a first thong? You know what I'm saying? From their mom.
Like,
you know
your
what I'm
mom
saying?
saw that Tommy
Like
thong.
I fucking stole that shit. I was like, this makes my ass like look really nice. Like I have an ass because I was little tiny, like. Little thing, but
I know what you mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
You're in that age of like experimenting and like finding your identity.
Yeah, and I bled in them for my first experience of having a penis penetrated forcefully into my little tiny,
Juice box.
my little tiny teenage vagina, and so it would hurt a lot,
what's up.
but I bled a lot,
Mine
and
hurt
I
too.
loved it.
Yeah,
I loved it. It was a memory to really
that's what's
an
up.
unforgettable memory.
That's what's up. SideDick, you got a rant?
And now it's time for another Ranting with SideDick Eddie. We're damn near 2 months deep into this fucking quarantine shit. If she didn't let you fuck yet, you're not gonna fuck, dog. I'm sorry. You brought her water, you brought her groceries, and she said, you gotta go, my mom's on the way. But her mom wasn't on the way. I was on the way. Stop letting these chicks lie to you, dog. If you don't get pussy during quarantine, you're not getting pussy at all, ever. Step your game up, dog. I'm gonna write a book, show you how to look. Get off my dick. If you're sick, wear a mask, bitch.
Yo, this is George Perez Stories, episode 160. X, you got nothing to promote because we got
no shows.
No shows, but a lot of hoes. This is George Perez Stories, episode 160. With that being said, take a shower, white power. Lay.